The regional director of the American Federation of Teachers, Saul Smith, announced AFT's findings to an investigation surrounding certain complaints with the GUAM Federation of Teachers. Smith's investigation stemmed from a letter that was written in July of 2010 by GFT member Carol Sommerfleck to the AFT president. Sommerfleck's main complaint was that the election for the delegates to the AFT conference in Seattle this past July was not done according to GFT's constitution. While on island this past September, Smith expanded his investigation to include the validity of GFT's 2008 election for their current officers and the current amendments. Today, Sommerfleck says she is pleased to see that AFT came out with a document that showed that there were violations.
The one that stood out was the one that I had brought forth about the delegations and how they were improperly conducted for the delegates to the AFT convention. Other things that they brought up were the concerns that the Constitution wasn't followed in regards to past elections and when they passed amendments to the Constitution. So these things have to be watched very closely.
Sommerfleck says GFT Executive Council needs to assure that they follow the Constitution. It's not only for union members, but it's also for union leaders to follow too. Reacting to AFT's findings, GFT President Matt Rector says, "First off, our books and finances are crystal clean. Our staff and our treasurer did a great job and everything is in order." He also adds everything that Smith said in his findings about the election, the GFT already knew.
We knew that the election committee in review had made a couple of mistakes. And it's a hard thing as an officer. Like, the election committee are volunteers that are the media, and if you're running for office, obviously you can't have anything to do with the election committee. So it was a good oversight and a good review, and this time the election committee is going to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes and they cross their T's and dot their I's.
The EFT did not look into the formal complaints surrounding the 2008 election of GFT officers and amendments to the Constitution because the complaints over these matters did not come in a timely manner. Sommerfleck says even though 2 years had passed, she wanted to let the AFT know how the GFT's executive board conducts their business.
Even though it's late, we needed to bring forth to AFT just to have it and say, look, these are the things that have happened in the past, and this is what concerns us. And it's something that, and they did look at it, even though they are not saying that they're saying it's untimely, they are saying that this needs to be watched closely.
Sommerfleck says these things need to be addressed before the next election, which is set for Friday, February 25th. She says the candidacy period is starting on January 21st. Rector says the candidacy packages will be made available soon.
The election committee is going to meet next Tuesday to approve the stuff that the staff has prepared, and once the packets are all approved by them, then they'll be ready for distribution.
In regards to the upcoming election for GFT executive officers on February 25th, Smith says he may be back on island to observe the election process. David Macaluso, PNC News.